Yo, what is up you guys? GameBreakerGod here. So in today's video, we're going to be doing some God of War 5 predictions. In other words, what I would personally like to see in the next God of War 5. Without further ado, let's begin this video. So first of all, we're going to begin with the characters, and then we'll progress into the lore and the game itself, the sequel. Okay? And we'll probably take off from where God of War 4 ended to what will happen next. So character design. I have seen so many badass characters out there on the internet, but the one particular one that stood out from them all was this one specific character design by Rodrigo Dalino, which I'm thinking is a Brazilian concept artist, but man, he nailed it for Atreus. I mean, Atreus completely looks badass. He's got the bow, it's got the body shape. He's not too fat, not too big, not overpowered. You know, you get the look that he's a warrior. You know, he's no longer a boy that we know from God of War 4. He has mastered his will, and he now knows how to fight for himself. I mean, he always knew how to fight for himself. Towards the end of God of War 4, you could see the Atreus that we knew, the little puny little dad. That is gone. This man right here, that's you fuck with me, I'll knock you out. That's the kind of man this man turned into. Atreus, the god of mischief. But hey, we don't know whether he's a god of mischief or god of I don't know. Let me not make things up. This is why I don't do predictions, because I don't want to make anything up. But the concept art looks completely badass, and we can see that Rodrigo also took inspiration from the original Atreus, which is the one we know from God of War 4. And he just expanded on that. And I'm an artist myself. I also can paint and stuff like that, but not to this extent. And I'm guessing he did that on computer. And I only paint on paper and things like that. But this must have taken him, I could tell, like maybe months or even years. Who knows? But man, this character design is close to perfect. The only thing that's not making it perfect right now is that it doesn't come from Santa Monica. So Santa Monica Studios could just turn out and be like, nope, this is not happening. This is not gonna be it. We know it's not gonna be it, but like at the same time, this character design looks badass. And then we also move on to the weapons that he could be using for the next sequel. So we see that there's a blaze of Valhalla like included. As we know, Valhalla, the realm where you get sent to when you get killed, and the Valkyries are waiting there for you to purge and decide your fate. So you can see this attack mode and then defense and healing mode, which is blue. The attack mode is red, and then there's the Serpent of the World decoration elements. I don't know what that is, but man, the concept is just great. And I just wish we could actually see Santa Monica pulling something this cool. I don't know. Maybe Atreus won't even age in the next God of War. Maybe he'll just age for like 6 months. Who knows? 6 months older Atreus. I don't want to see that. I want to see a man. I don't want to see a boy no more. After this concept art, I want to see a man. But moving on. Words by Rodrigo Dalino, and what actually inspired him to make this character right here we're seeing. So the recent God of War game and its visuals inspired me to make a new personal portfolio project to help me keep practicing character design, as an artist of course. I couldn't do anybody else but Atreus, this time as an adult. I basically tried to balance at first Greek and Norse and Celtic elements in his costume design, and then I decided to go for more Norse. Also made it overall in dark tones, indicating some struggle that he may be going through. There are elements that remind him of his mother and his father Kratos, which I love, by the way. That is such a great touch. Atreus has evolved in speed, strength, and as an archer. But now he will receive a gift from the gods. But now, oh no. The Blades of Valhalla, they are strong God of War symbols, so I challenged myself to a Norse version of the Blades. God of War Heritage is a fictional and non-profitable project based on a franchise by Santa Monica Studios. This is why I would love for the character design to be canon, and I would have loved if Santa Monica just went, you know what, we will take your win, please make this for the next game, because this is dope. But hey, we don't know what Santa Monica may pull out, right? They have some insane, talented art directors in there. When I say insane, they are crazy. I don't know if you guys got the God of War digital artwork or art book on the PlayStation 4 after you get the deluxe edition. That looks insane. The character design for Kratos that I've seen in there, I would have loved so much more better than the one we got in the end. But hey, they still look badass. whatever Kratos you give me, I'm happy. But yeah, the references used in boards 2 and 5 by Grassetti, which is the art director for God of War, and Igor Katu. I hope you enjoy. And dude, we love this. We loved this artwork. So thank you. Now, if you ask me, GBG, what about Kratos? Do you think he's gonna change? In some parts and areas, he may change. You know, they may give him a different costume, but as face and body shape in general, I don't think Kratos is gonna change at all, because it's been over 100 years and Kratos hasn't changed much other than just growing a beard. If you take that beard off, you'll see the angry Kratos that we know from God of War 3. But he's no longer in rage, as we know. He now knows how to control his rage and his inner Spartan blood. Ugh, you know what I'm trying to get to. But yeah, Kratos will not change. Now Freya, Baldur long gone, next snapped. Thor, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Now Thor, we saw him at the end of God of War 4, and everybody said that is Thor. That has to be Thor, right? My opinion, he may not even be Thor, man. Magni, is it Magni? Yeah, Magni had a hammer, and it looked very similar to Thor's. That we are saying and identifying as Thor, to the person standing outside of the boy and Dad of War's house. That person could not be Thor. Who knows? It may not be Thor, man. We know Ragnarok is Thor and Kratos, you know, fucking up each other in that, but it may not be Thor. We don't know for certain. So unless Santa Monica goes out there and actually reveals that character, it says that it's Thor, you never know. He may be Thor's uncle. He may even be Odin. We don't even know what Odin looks like in this game. We know that Odin is doing all the calls. He's doing basically every single shot. Everything. The Modi attack. The Allfather. The Allfather said this. The Allfather demands this. The Allfather wants you. You know what I'm saying? The Allfather is... We don't know what he looks like. We know that his eyes are the little ravens, the green ravens that we've been destroying around the world and stuff. He sees everything. So it could even be Odin shapeshift as Thor or Magni, or even... we don't know. We don't know for certain. This is why conspiracy about the next God of War 5 is so hard. Because the developers could just be like, okay, well, that's not the character we want you to think it is. We are actually thinking of something else. So they could just make anything up, and we could be completely wrong. So assuming that Thor is the smart way to go on about it, at the same time it's not, because we don't know for certain, because like I said, the devs can just go, nope, it's not Thor, by the way, it's Atreus from the future. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, moving on. What do I think is gonna happen? Oh, man, this is so hard. I'm so excited to start talking about this specific part, because it's the part where we're gonna be shocked. What will happen between Freya and Kratos in God of War 5? Do you think Kratos will eventually have to kill Freya? Because, you know, probably Freya could be kidnapping Atreus and tell him, you know, your dad is a monster. He killed my son. He didn't have to, but he still decided to, because, you know. So how about you be beside me? And she does some witchery craft and somehow manages to brainwash Atreus into thinking that Kratos is actually a bad person and an evil god that he's always been back in, you know, God of War 3. And I think, I have a feeling the Witch of the Woods, Freya, may know what Kratos has actually been through in God of War 3. So she could even just mention to Atreus that Kratos did all of this stuff. He killed his own grandfather, his brother, his uncles, everybody. He just slaughtered his entire family, even his own child. And Kratos, I don't think Atreus knows about that yet. Therefore, if Atreus then knows that my father killed his own son, daughter and wife, what is this? What mockery is this? So he could turn tables, man. I have a feeling that eventually, yes, I have a feeling that eventually Atreus will have to fight Kratos, because, you know, Freya. But hey, that's just me. I don't know. This is what I'm getting at. I think the Queen of the Valkyries is very resourceful. She is very powerful, so we can't underestimate what she can do. She brought a whole goddamn giant on Atreus and Kratos at the end game in God of War 4. Come on. Do you think she's a She's stupid. She gonna be damaging Kratos, bro. In the next God of War, I wish you the vilest of the bruh. I was like, oh hell, Kratos, you dumb fuck up, bro. You gonna get your ass whooped next time. I have a feeling, but hey, that's just me. Now Thor and Kratos, will they fight and will Kratos lose? I don't know. I don't know what to say about that, but I doubt Kratos will lose to Thor. He was holding back the entire fight against Modi and Magni, and he still slaughtered them like child's play. The game makes him seem like he's struggling because that's just the game. But Kratos is, as we know from God of War 3, he's powerful. And from God of War 4, he's saying that he's holding back. Even on the little story art book, or I don't know where I saw this. It was like this animation where Kratos is being attacked by a bear, and he's holding. Wait, was it a bear or was it a wolf? I think it was. I don't know. Please mind me. It was one of these animals. It was attacking him, and it was protecting himself. So Kratos wasn't protecting himself. He was holding himself back from killing the wolf. So he didn't even actually kill the wolf. He still came back home, and his wife, Faye, was like, so did you kill the wolf or something like that? And then he was like, no, I had controlled myself. And that's what's making Kratos so dangerous, okay? It's making him very powerful. He knows how to control his emotions now. So there's nothing holding him back. And the minute he loses control, he's not going to be as strong because his hand will be hot-blooded and he won't be thinking straight. Therefore, we just can't assume Kratos is going to lose to Thor because we don't know what the devs have in mind. Corey could just be like, yeah, let's kill Kratos and bring him back from hell like he did back in 2000. And, you know what I'm saying? So anything can happen. But I doubt he will kill off Kratos. Who's going to save Boy if he does? And does Boy need saving? Maybe Boy is going to save Kratos. Who knows? I don't know. Let's find out in the next game, hey? But we'll probably continue this discussion on the different video. Jesus, can't speak English. Because otherwise this video is going to be a very long one. But part 2 is to come. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.
No, my boy! My dear sweet boy!
Alright guys, that's all we have time for today. But let's stay connected by following me on Instagram and on Twitter. Also, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit that like, subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Take care.